But I want to share with you some wisdom that grew out of a conversation morphed into counsel that I had earlier this week with a very dear friend of mine. He was in a place this week of what I call emotional lament. I'll give you a minute to think about that. Emotional lament. She has a sister who had just returned from a 2 week trip down to the beach with her whole family. Of course, the kids paid for it all, and that only added to my friend's emotional lament. And over here, another friend of hers, a childhood friend, was getting ready to go to the beach herself for a couple of weeks. She needed nothing more to do than just pack her bags. Her husband had taken care of all of the details, as husbands should, by the way. That only added further to my friend's emotional lament. I see all these people going all these wonderful trips and doing all these amazing things and having fun, and here I sit, having done nothing all year long. Poor little me. And then it starts. A vicious, dead man spiral into the abyss of self-pity. And from a place deep within that void, I hear the whisper, if only. If only. Perhaps two of the most sad words in the vocabulary of the human family. If only. We can do a pretty good job of convincing ourselves of most anything, good or otherwise, when we stray from the good road, the medicine way, and begin a journey on the road of if only. If only this, if only that, if it weren't for this, if it weren't for that, if I had only chosen this instead of that, or if only I'd chosen that instead of this, if only I'd not taken that job, if only I had not married that crazy woman or that crazy man, if only I had finished school or any other project of good endeavor for that matter, if only, if only. And those little labels, those self-presumed labels, fall and fail us even deeper and deeper and deeper into the dark abyss. If only. Sad words indeed. Now, I would imagine if we were honest with ourselves, we would acknowledge at least an understanding, maybe even an appreciation for my friend's emotional lament. I rather guess that most of us have spent some time in that abyss, if we were honest with ourselves. I have, though not so much anymore as I have grown older, but perhaps more so in my younger years. But on the other side of the abyss, a portal opens then, if we follow it down, into jealousy and envy. Perhaps two of the most dangerous words in the vocabulary of the human family. Jealousy and envy. They are toxic words and form a poison that, when taken, drains our self-esteem, minimizes our motivation, robs and steals our joy and contentment. And not far down the way, we'll realize that this is not a happy road or very happy place at all. So my advice to my friend, my counsel to myself, what wisdom to share today? First, never, ever compare your life with the life of another. Never compare your circumstances or your situation with that of another. Never compare that which you have over what your neighbor has. Never compare your perception of success with that which you see or perceive of another. It's all an illusion anyway. The old Indian says, never criticize or judge another until you've walked a mile or two in their moccasins. And that just makes sense, for it is good medicine. Focus on what you have and not what you have not, or at least think that you have not. It is enough. It is always enough. Measure your blessings over where you perceive there are losses. The old Sunday school song taught us to count our many blessings and to name them one by one, with the assurance that when we do, we will be surprised to see just what God has done. Take time to rest and reflect. Staying in that dark abyss too long breeds resentment. And that is not a healthy nor wholesome thing at all. For resentment, like the thief that it is, will steal your soul if you allow it to. Remember to breathe and be more gentle on yourself. Recover and repair that which you can, both in an individual way as well as a relational way as well. If it is broken and it can be fixed, fix it. If it can be repaired, repair it. And if it cannot be, then best offer it to the sacred fire. This then will bring us to consider the possibility of redemption. Here we offer and receive forgiveness. The interesting caveat, though, is that in order for us to forgive another, we first have to forgive ourselves. That's not always an easy thing to do, but it is utterly essential if we are to elevate and ascend and move beyond to true freedom and the ultimate realization of the divine and the sacred within us all, including and especially you, me. Release and let go of that which no longer serves you, nurtures you, grows you, or influences your happiness in a good way. This is why we have the surrender bowl on our altar. Let it go. Again, if it can be fixed, then fix it. Repaired, then repair it. But if not, release it and let it go. Place it into the fire and be done with it. Elevate and ascend and rise above it. And then receive the lesson. Ask, what is there in this that can teach me to do better, that can teach me to do differently. All things come to us as a teacher. So from each and every challenge, learn from it. There is wisdom and there's medicine in everything, every thought, every deed, every action, everything. We can learn, or we can face even a more harsh teacher tomorrow when we do not. And sometimes we have to relearn things. We must be in training, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Train and learn better habits. Focus on the things that do nurture your soul and influences your happiness in a good way. Ultimately, excuse me, ultimately, this wisdom will influence the choices that we make in life and help us to make better decisions for ourselves. And then restore. Put the pieces back together as best you can. Restore what you can. Restore your wholeness. Restore your self-esteem and your self-confidence. Do not be burdened down by that which you can do absolutely nothing about or change. Put yourself together, restore, and then run. Yes, run. Not away from anything, mind you, but run rather straight ahead, directly into it. That takes great courage. The third of the 7 sacred teachings. I made a post Julia shared with me earlier this week on Facebook from Wilma Mankiller. She was the first female principal chief of the great Cherokee Nation. But she observed that the cows run from the storm while the buffalo charges straight into it, and it gets through quicker. So whenever I'm confronted with a tough challenge, I do not prolong the torment. No, I become the buffalo. And that is good medicine as well. As we walk Creator's good road, trusting Him, we will gain new strength. We will rise up from the abyss with wings like the eagle. We will run and not get tired, and we will walk and not grow weary. Never look back, for as it is written, we're not going that way. Oh, I think everyone is very well versed on our protocol here at the altar, what all of the sacraments are, and what they mean to us, and what they provide for us. The surrender bowl, the sacred fire, the tobacco, sage, sweetgrass, and cedar. It's all here. So let's come now and spend this time at the altar and make a good prayer for ourselves and for the people.